My name is Adina and I'm an adult with a care experience. I went into care at the age of 11 and that's where I stayed until I exited at 18. I grew up in a small town and that was the town that I stayed in throughout my entire time in care. I was lucky enough to have the same foster family, a staff member from school, to foster me for my entire care journey. As a result of this, I was able to stay in the same school, the same town, and I was able to have that stability. With the stability of having the same amazing foster family, I was able to go on and complete grade 12, and then I decided to move towns and go to university where I completed a Bachelor of Laws, and then following that I completed a Master's in Social Work.
Year 12 art, I kicked everybody out of the art room and I started like graphing and like painting on the table and stuff. Teacher came back 15 minutes later after getting her printing, and like you'd expect a teacher to go off. Like there's 20 students outside the classroom and just like little Brooke hanging out, painting on tables. Comes in, grabs the camera, takes a picture of it and was like, Brooke, this is gonna be your year 12 art assessment, you know? All you gotta do is keep doing what you're doing, you know? And that just changed everything for me. I was like, heck yeah, like I'm gonna go to school more often, I'm gonna do more things like this, you know, like they just implemented the fact of that is my safe zone, people that we need in life, and that's what we need to teach kids and teachers, to be trauma informed, to be able to tap into these kids, to be able to make sure that they are developed in the right way, you know, like we don't have a stable life. Make school stable for us, make that engaging, make it exciting, make that our safe place, you know.
I was 16 when I first started transitioning from out-of-home care. This was because I found out I was pregnant at 15 with my son, and I wanted some sort of independent responsibility in my life. FACS was super willing to support me financially right up until the day of my last HSC exam. This was 2 months after I turned 18. All of this was done by grants to get my son to and from daycare, while also providing financial grants to pay for his daycare. And I didn't know that it would drop off as soon as my last HSC exam was sat. I wanted safety, comfortability and security for my life. Now, at 23 years old, I can tell you that I've got there. But it has taken being homeless 6 times and having to go through many hurdles to finally reach this point.
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm a young consultant with Create, and currently I live in supported independent living, but in state care I initially was in kinship care, but then my main time in care was mainly in residential care. The leaving care and the planning in care for leaving and the support in transitioning out into care. That's something I sadly didn't get, and I really would like to see that for anyone else who's going to have that happen to them.
While in care, I found it extremely challenging to connect with my biological family, mainly because my foster family made us feel like our family didn't care about us. They would say things like, if they cared about you, you would be living with them, or where are they now, not here with you. This made my sisters and I feel very unloved and disregarded. Since leaving care, we have managed to reach out to our immediate and non-immediate family, mainly through Facebook, in an attempt to find out more about our family and of course catch up on lost time. I think if we were supported to meet with our family members while we were in care, this would have been a great way to facilitate our journey to find out where we belong.
I didn't really have a connection to culture from birth till 10, but then my dad was on my birth certificate by 10 and he was an Aboriginal man, and my nan advocated for me to go over and visit him and the kids. So I went out bush and we went out to Rabbit Proof Fence, and he was like, "This your land?" And I was like shocked because I was just a little white girl that didn't understand what was going on. Aftercare, I was engaged with different organisations such as like Create, Relationships Australia, like Yarrow Place and stuff, and like Metropolitan Health and stuff like that. And they've all got Aboriginal workers or Aboriginal connections to people in there that are strong Aboriginal people, like women and males. So I was able to grab hold of that and like tap into that and like get in touch through different people. You know, they're not family, but at the end of the day it's still a connection. I'm still able to be able to like get in touch with that and learn things and be a part of being a proud Aboriginal woman.
One of my main goals as a young person was to be educated. I had goals of studying at university and completing my studies. In 2019, I completed my Bachelor of Health Science in Paramedicine, and I am now doing a postgraduate diploma in psychology. Another huge goal that I have achieved was my sister and I purchasing our first home in 2020. I think what helped me along the way were my two sisters, my supportive partner, as well as the two psychologists I visited along the way. They ensured I was never made to feel like I couldn't accomplish what I wanted to do. They empowered me to never give up and to always do what makes me happy, but to also stop and acknowledge all that I have achieved along the way.
Growing up in care, I really only had one goal, and that was to not let the things that had happened to me define me. I wanted to break the cycle I'd come from, and with the support of my foster family, who I was with my entire time in care, I've been able to well and truly meet that goal. I also had the support of the Create Foundation, my CSOs, my CV, and all sorts of other people who helped empower me and taught me that I can do anything that I want to do, and I can be anything that I want to be, and that I am not defined by the things that happen to me.